you approach material that is presented to you? What is important for you?
Sounds cliche, you probably hate this too, but it's the song. I mean, you want the song to be listenable to the audience without having to struggle. You just mentioned a certain drummer, and if he got in a certain band, it's just be too much, too many notes, too much overplaying, as we might call it, or whatever. And sometimes you're in the mood for that kind of music, and then sometimes you're not. You want to. It's like food. Sometimes you want something easy to eat, and sometimes you want crab legs. You got to do a lot of work, and to get the satisfaction. Again, looking at the music and what's presented, you kind of, me personally, other people, I don't know how they do it, but I mean, you just start to play, dude. It's not that complicated. I wish maybe you want a more complicated answer, but I don't have that. You just play. You hear a guitar riff or bass line or whatever, and sometimes you just got a thing that you start doing. Racer X was a group that we co-wrote a lot of songs. We had a song called Scarified, which was an instrumental song, and I started the riff, Paul's like, oh, what was that? And so he came up with the guitar thing to fit that drum pattern. So you just play. And it works or it doesn't, because obviously if you play and you're not the right person for that group or that situation, they're going to let you know it. Or if you're being hired to do a session, they're going to talk to you from the control room and say, hey, simplify that bass drum, or don't do that, or maybe less cymbals or more cymbals or whatever, or in your case, lots of flash beats. Well, that's the old analogy of saying, the drummer is like the hub of a wheel, and everyone else are spokes. So if the hub goes faster, the spokes have to go with him or her. So that's true with speed. If a drummer takes off, the band's got to keep up. Sometimes you have guitar players that want to motor down the highway, and you got to kind of just stay in your groove and hopefully pull them back a little bit. But again, it's, in all seriousness, it's all for the betterment of the song. At the end of the day, it should be.